Okay, this is going to be a little experiment in straightening out work records. I've got a couple here. Here's one, Michael Jackson's Thriller, which I actually already have a copy of this on picture disc, but I picked this up at Goodwill for a couple bucks. And it's got a pretty bad warp in it. And it's a pretty trash record anyway, so that'll be a good test object. Here's one Elvis Costello's Blood Chocolate I actually bought on Discogs. And when I received it, I found out that it was warped. I contacted the seller and he refunded me my money and said go ahead and keep the record. So I'll put both these on a turntable and record the amount of warpage that they have. Right now what I've been doing is I've got them sitting on a glass mirror underneath this sheet fiberglass, which is heavy, trying to smash out the warps. And it hasn't been working. It's been 5-6 days and they're still just as badly warped as they were. So that's one method of straightening them out. Another method is the oven method, which I'm going to give a try now. So we'll see if it works. So let me take those out and show you what the warpage looks like pre-treatment. Okay, here we go. There's Michael Jackson's Thriller. You can see that big warp spot coming around. Right there. Pretty big old bump. It will play on some of my turntables if you get into here, but this first cut will not play. It just tone arm jumps around. So let's look at the other one too. Okay, and here's the Elvis Costello record. See, it's got a pretty bad warp too. I have played this, and it's not as steep of a ramp up to the warp, so it will play even the first track, but you can definitely hear it. So since I got this record for free and the other one just a couple bucks, both of them are going to be a good test samples for straightening warp records in your oven. Alright, the recommended way of doing this is to heat your oven up to as low a temperature as possible, and put the record on a couple of glass plates inside the oven for 30 minutes. Bring it out, let it cool down, and see what happens. I don't have glass plates that will fit inside the oven, so I'm going to use this fiberglass, this sheet fiberglass that I have. My oven, actually I could set it down to 120 degrees, which I didn't think was hot enough, so I set it at 150. So that's the temperature I'm going to try. And I'm going to set the record on one of these plates and then put a couple more of them on top as a weight. So here we go. So Michael Jackson is going to get the first test. And if it works out, I'll try it on the other one. Here we go. Alright, we're in the oven. 150 degrees for 30 minutes. Okay, I cooked this one for 60 minutes, 1 hour at 150 degrees. So after it came out of the oven, I put some more of this fiberglass sheet on it just to weigh it down. So let's see what we got here. Take these off. Oops, there goes the record on the ground. Good thing this is just a test record. Boy, I tell you, that looks flat. Let me put it on a turntable. Okay, that absolutely worked. It's definitely a lot flatter, if not completely flat. Let me try playing it. Now this particular turntable is one that has a real trouble playing warped records, so let's see what happens. Still got a little twitch there to the... Gonna turn the volume down because I don't want to get a strike, but yeah, it's definitely not bouncing up anymore. It's got something must have happened to the vinyl because it got a little stretch to it, but it's wiggling back and forth, but you can see, but it's playing it. And it wouldn't play it at all before, so I'm going to go ahead and listen to this and see how it sounds. Then maybe try the other one. Alright, so I will claim some success on this record. It will, I mean, it's certainly a lot flatter than it was, but I think that warped spot, maybe the previous owner had tried bending it too much to straighten it out, and to be honest, I tried that myself. And I'm getting this wiggle. Let me show you here. So you can see how that's wiggling, and it's wiggling so much that it's causing skips. Now if I get that beyond where the original warp was, and it plays just fine. So, oops, sorry about that record. So I think I'm going to try the other one, the Elvis Costello record, and see if I have any similar issues or if that one straightens out okay. But I'm definitely going to try the 150 degrees for 60 minutes. That certainly flattened it out. So that's next up. Okay, yeah, this is the Elvis Costello record, similarly warped. One thing I left out too, and I forgot to do the first time, was they say to put this inside of a paper sleeve before you put it in the oven. So I'll do that with this one this time. Alright, here is the Elvis Costello record that has gone through the same cook process, 150 degrees at an hour. So pull that out. There it is. Let's go put it on the turntable and see if it's any flatter. Okay. It certainly looks flatter. There's no more warp to it. However, I noticed, I don't know if you can see it, but it looks like there's a lot of ridges that are in the record now. And it does not play at all. So this is a total fail on this one. So maybe I left it in the oven for too long. But this definitely didn't work. So back to the drawing board. Yeah, I definitely cooked some ridges into this record. I don't know if they're showing up there, but I'm going to try cooking it again. This time I'm not going to put it in a paper sleeve. I'm going to put it just between the fiberglass, and then when it's done cooking, I'm going to put it straight on the glass mirror with weights on top. Flat weights, you know, some of these with some weight on it. See if I can smooth out those ridges. Yeah, give that a try. Why not? It's unplayable right now, so let's see if we can fix it. Here's those ridges, even after another treatment of heat and cooling it straight on a flat glass surface. I still got ridges, and it's unplayable. It just skips. So I would say I'm probably doing it wrong, but so far I'm neither one of these records was straightened out to be completely playable. I mean, they're flat again, but they still have issues. In this case, it's actually gotten worse than it was. So that one's a total loss, and the other one's somewhat playable, but not really that great. So there you go. If you have better luck or suggestions for flattening records, let me know in the comments. I'd like to figure it out. Probably I'll eventually come up with some more warped ones that I'll need to straighten out. So that's it for this one. Guess I'll call it a failure. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.